Hey guys, it's Nicole. Welcome back to another video, and today I have my August TBR for you. In August, I am planning on participating in the Newts because I did partake in the Owls in April and I was very successful and I managed to complete all my Owls, so I get free choice on whatever career I want to choose. I am going to aim for Alchemist. Having said that though, I've decided that I'm going to have a small selection of a TBR this month and then just mood read the rest. I will look at the prompt and look at my shelves and then choose a book to fit that prompt as I go. Just found when I did my Owls, the whole TBR for every single prompt on my Owls, and I didn't make it to every single book, and my mood definitely changed, and I brought new books that month and I wanted to read them. So I do have a selection here of books that I'm definitely going to get to. The first book I have on my TBR for August is Iron Gold by Pierce Brown. I read the entire original trilogy, which is Red Rising, Golden Sun, and Morningstar back in my Owls, and I've been meaning to pick up Iron Gold ever since. I did only get it at the beginning of July, I just haven't had time to pick it up, but I thought since it's Newts, it's the perfect time. I love this series, I adore this series. I'm really scared for this one because I've heard things take a unexpected turn. This is the 5th book in a series, so I can't really tell you specifically what this one is about, but I can tell you that the first book follows Darrow, and Darrow is a red and he lives in a class society where reds are the lowest class, and it's basically him trying to infiltrate the golds who are up at the top of the class and how he transforms himself into a gold and his mission to cease the oppression of his people. I think if you're really interested into getting into some adult sci-fi, I highly recommend you give this series a go. The next book I have on my TBR for August is one I had on my TBR for July, but unfortunately I was unable to get to, and that is We Hunt the Flame. This was circling around BookTube when it first came out, and I've heard a lot of really great reviews. I believe this is an Arabian-inspired fantasy, and it follows a girl who dresses up as a boy, and she works as a hunter to feed her people, basically. A bit of a Katniss Everdeen situation happening. I don't know anything else. I don't really want to know anything else. One of the Newts prompts is you have to get a recommendation of a friend, and I asked Twitter and someone on Twitter told me to read this, and it was perfect because I did really want to get to it in July and I was unable to, so this will be happening in August. The next book I have is The Devil's Thief by Lisa Maxwell. This is the second book in the Last Magician trilogy. I think that's what the series is called. The first book is called The Last Magician, and I read that last month and I really liked it, so I've already picked this up and I'm only like 30 pages in, but I definitely want to finish it this month because it's a really epic series. I had no idea what the series was about when I picked it up, but basically it's about this girl who has the ability to time travel, and she time travels into the past and she gets stuck there. At the same time, it's an urban fantasy, so it's alternative world where everyone has magic abilities and they call them affinities, and so this girl's ability is to travel into the past, but she has to use the help of this artifact to help her kind of locate time in the past, and that allows her to travel into a specific time. At the beginning of the first book, she travels into the past and she loses this artifact, which means her stuck in time. What's really interesting is in her present day, magicians, or those with affinities, they very much outcasted and hunted down in the society, and when she travels back into the past, this is kind of the beginning of where things started to go wrong. I love it. I love the cast of characters. I had no interest in reading this series when it first came out, and then recently I've heard a lot of things and I picked it up and I absolutely adore it. Next book I have here is a reread, and that is Nevernight by J. Kristoff. I'm hoping to reread Nevernight and also God's Grace in preparation for Dark Dawn, which comes out in September. Basically, we follow this girl who's on a revenge quest because she was from a noble family and her whole family was murdered for basically political gains, and she ends up enlisting into this assassin school to train and to help her achieve her ultimate goal. There's a lot more going on than that. She has a shadow cat called Mr. Kindly. I love it. I think it's incredible and I'm so excited for Dark Dawn. Oh my god. So the last book I have on my August TBR is Vengeful, and I'm going to be buddy reading this with my friend Desi from Pastel Pages. She is incredible. If you haven't found her channel yet, I highly recommend you check her out. Every single one of her videos blows me away. Her editing is just what I inspire to be like, and she is incredibly bubbly and she always makes me smile when I watch her videos. And her last video I literally watched 3 times, and I'm probably going to go and rewatch again because it was just absolutely amazing. So check her out, she's awesome. We are going to be buddy reading this together, and this will be our first buddy read together, so I'm super excited. And obviously Vengeful is the second book in the Vicious duology. It's also the conclusion, and in this we follow characters who are basically anti-heroes and they're like super villains. It's really cool. I really love the characters. I really loved how the first book, Vicious, was structured. We had a dual timeline, and I thought that was really interesting in the development of the story. I have no idea what I'm in store for in this one, but I've heard there are even more characters introduced and people love them, so I can't wait. So these are all the books I am planning on reading in August. Obviously there will be a few more, hopefully, because I am aiming to be an alchemist. We'll see how that goes. If not, I'll just choose a career that doesn't require as many prompts. Please let me know if you are participating in the Newts. Please let me know what you have planned for your August TBR. Are you reading any of these, or have you read any of these? And I hope that you're enjoying whatever you're currently reading, and I'll see you next time. Bye!